Remember that image you saw before clicking? Here's the journal behind it. What if I told you this entire journal started with just envelopes and scraps? Let me show you how I turned a 6 by 12 mailer into an interactive flip folio with pockets, pullouts, and even a writing board hidden inside. I designed this printable set with bold spring colors, rich grunge textures, and all the bits to put it together. Here are the supplies that you will need to put together this envelope flip folio. You'll cut your envelope 6 by 12 inches and you're going to start scoring at 1 3/4 inch, 2 1/8 inch, 2 1/2 inch, 2 7/8, 3 1/4 inch, 3 5/8, 4 inches, and then 4 3/8. Next, you'll either use your fingers or a bone folder to crease the peaks and valleys, and you'll need a 1/4 inch double-sided tape so that we can create our two hinges for the envelope. Here, I'm just folding the hinges a little bit, and then I'll flip that over and we'll add a 1/4 inch tape to the 2 1/2 inch and 3 5/8 inch, and we'll then remove the backing to create the two hinges where I will be adding two envelopes. Another step that you'll need to keep in mind is you're going to be placing your last score, which is 4 3/8 inch, on your score tool because we will be doing two more scores. And I'm just showing you the two hinges there. And again, you're going to put this on the 4 3/8 inch, your last score, your 4 3/8 inch score line, and then you're going to score at 8 1/2 inch, and then you'll score at 9 3/4 inch. So it's 8 1/2 inch, 9 3/4 inch, and this will be your front flap where you will be adding your envelopes on the right hand side, and on the left hand side is where you'll be making your two elastic bands to hold your um, signatures. You can do 3 signatures, but I chose to do 2. And I'm showing you the front cover and the back cover. And here I am showing you how I took a regular envelope and I scored it at 1 1/8 inch, and then 7/8 inch, and then at 1 1/8 inch. And I'm going to use the middle part of the envelope to create the Middle Muse Band. You can, if you want, adorn these with stencils. I'm choosing, of course, the digital that I'm going to be offering for free, but this was so much fun to create and put together. And I'm showing you right there, that's the part that will go through your page. And I'm using the belly bands that are on. Here I'm showing you that I glued the front and the back of the Middle Muse Band. Then I grabbed scrap paper from a Dollar Tree notebook and I'm scoring at 3 1/4 inch, I believe 3 or 4 times, and that's what I will glue on the front of the band, which I will show you in just a little bit, and a few additional steps as well. You'll need some Velcro pieces if you have those along. This is the easiest version, if you will, to make this fun Middle Muse Band. Here's the final view of the Middle Muse Band that I created. I don't know if that's ever been done before. I don't think so, but it was a blast. And I'm showing you next how it will fit in one of the journal pages. And finally, I will show you how I put together this journal with all the tucks and spots and all the fun stuff. This was truly a blast to put together. The journal has so many tucks and spots, and every piece pretty much I hand distressed, has layering and some um, hidden spots, if you will. I also added really cool embellishments. These are like these 3D dots that you can see, and I love that element where you have a top, middle, and bottom, and you can form a triangle, if you will. I also here stamped with gratitude. It's a future innovative stamp creation image, and I made a little pocket with this little mini jewelry tag. This butterfly is embossed and also has some dimensional dots on the inside. It has one and two signatures and more embellishments on the side, little pocket here, another journaling tab, if you will, that you can use. And on the inside, more spots to put your thoughts. And of course, the Middle Muse Band that I created. And this one in particular has a nice little pocket. If you'd like to learn how to make that, let me know in the comment section. Here is some of the pages from the Faded Botanicals kit. And I also have a butterfly sheet that I shrunk in size, and I did a little bit of stamping. And this is just, I glued it onto coffee stain paper, and that goes right there. And I also added more embellishment to this Middle Muse Band. That is the name I will be giving this fun, innovative creation that I put together, and that's a little embellishment. And you can also, if you'd like, put something here on the back, and I'll show you in a second how I did that. There's another, thanks to Kiki at Near Designs. I took her idea of a end page tab, if you will, and I just added my twist. Again, I used an old envelope, and I'll slip that in later. And on the back, I did add another tall tag, and on the back, you can journal on it if you'd like. There's also another pocket here that you can store something as well. And the second signature, as I showed you earlier, this is my favorite and the most fun I had putting this together. It pulls out, and you have a writing spot with a little pull tab here that I made from the kit and a flower. And here's another side tuck journaling card if you'd like. There is another one. This was so much fun. Pulls out like so, that you can write on the front and the back. And I put a nice little dangle here. You can also, if you'd like, flip it this way. Completely up to you. See how much fun that is? But I want to put it on this side. And then you can also, if you'd like, you can use your journaling card. I made a second one, and I used the image from Faded Botanicals and some stamping. Same thing on the back with I used coffee stained paper, and then I just glued it to the front. You can slip that like so. Here's another spot. I did add more embellishment here, if you can see that glitter. Then this image is absolutely beautiful. She's a Latina gal, and right here are some pockets with some journaling areas, if you'd like, and another journaling card, and a smaller one here. And I like literally made something for every little crevice, every little spot. So I took one of these belly bands, I made a little pocket on the bottom, and then I just took the scrap paper from that Dollar Tree journal and just made a quick little journaling spot. So that will go here, and that will slide back in as well. These are the two hinges and the two envelopes that I shared with you earlier that I first adorn with the digital, but aren't these pages just gorgeous? I hope you enjoy them as much as I did, with some tags that are part of this kit, and also another journaling card. I use my envelope puncher to make these tabs. And here's another big, big, big jumbo tag with a spot in the back to track your thoughts. And of course, you know me, if you've been here for a while, I love to make writing boards. And it has a few embellies there, another beautiful digital, and the back is also so, so lovely. And then the flip flop. So there's one with a tag, and you can also journal on the back. Here's the middle one, like so. Okay. And then here is the third one. Is that not fun? And then last but not least, this is how it will close. I added, this is ribbon, if you will, or lace. Um, I got this a long time ago. I don't know if it was at Hobby Lobby or maybe Joanne Fabric, but I did take this button, which was white, and I used alcohol inks to kind of match with the theme here of the digital kit. But I made a one signature little journal to write whatever you'd like. And also these here are flaps to hold receipts, pictures, whatsoever. And then a little closure with a brad, and there you have it. This was so much fun. Let me know in the comment section if you have, ever made a journal such as this one with, recycled ones or what have you. But thank you so much for your time, and I look forward to my next video. Have a great day.